e come extra da lancia meccanica, o forse anche come introduzione al pezzo che carico adesso, vi farò l'imitazione in italiano, il doppiaggio del grandissimo Adalberto Maria Merli, la scena della baia del cemento abitato, cioè quando i drughi camminano praticamente vicino al lago artificiale. Ci prova. Mentre camminavamo lungo la baia del cemento abitato, ero calmo di fuori, ma dentro pensavo, allora adesso chi comanda è Joe, decide cosa si deve fare, cosa non fare, e Dim è il suo tonto degrignante bulldog. E d'un tratto capii che il pensare è per gli stupidi, mentre i cervelluti si sfidano all'ispirazione a quel che Bon Bog manda loro. La musica mi viene in aiuto. C'era una finestra aperta come uno stereo e seppi subito che cosa fare. Good morning. It's Massimo Answer Simple. Or simply. Or simply. Simply. Or simply. Or simply. Or simply. Or simply. Or simply. There. It's the minute. It's December 19th, 2024. It's Thursday. It's day totally cloudy. White cloudy sky in general, and it also seems like it's at the moment. It's early afternoon practically. 13 55 Fahrenheit 13 Celsius. This means that this is really soft, this is severe, this is soft, classical factor usually for the ho avuto una sua spring period per sfera verso diversi as rap sono noi membri piccolo Borio ci mai se suppose I'm sure at all I see many things for him and at the same time it's society. It's my purpose to create people should to watch my videos because it's better and never up this is a paradox for you but not for me and the end was to do elaborations for the winter summer in fact for the winter so adjective called for some adjective where things were really close to the winter here secondo te sono significativi classical adjective and so as regarding this test for me was something to say for that so to complete yes and so opening the last month I'm repeating in particular in this last days it's slightly cold in this last day in fact it's cold at for me always good at when I come really winter I explain for those who don't know my method to fight against the winter I also explain in the past so when it fits cold in general but I for me always fact this reason with the complaint for me good like this the rules and I didn't remember apart from last year the past year I didn't remember not as like this was this last part of like this but repeat in general this is a sensation for me in fact I repeat this is a good thing for me I don't know if it's for people feel the same sensations judgments or thoughts of me but this still about the atmosphere today absolutely I can say the same thing just for me it's bad not system if I can be the my things in this in the afternoon I think at the participant season I repeat this just before 55 for Fahrenheit 13 Celsius at l'importante in questa atmosfera se ti anticipi questo before vi vedi sa this is not this this is not Yes, if there is the curtain, you now can see a most perfect suppose this curtain, but rather since this summer I never show it. Until now, this is the first time happening this thing in the story of weather reports. I know for what precise reason, but this is the first time. Vabbè, se repeat you can see should sicuro non fruto che non should in fact sometimes I repeat for the quite cloudy and as I think later also considering trend che last days could become more cloudy and also let's cool the name but as reason the visual intelligence results so once we see and if it's clear second scrive today very clear bad as is call window new curtains so much so to really can support 2 years non si più better bench o it's not visible general visible for me better visible it's a shot it's one to me a general shot as regarding the shoot the worst bene me to sono di chiesa mi mette visible it's a shot to sono di chiesa it's one to me a general shot. And finally, from a medieval keyboard in AGX 614 APG 635, sono di chiesa mi sembra a general shot. Siamo da pipa, farò già di porza e se ne chiede che tu ora. Sono buona ma esiste. Posso non surf? Tu la su mischese. And finally, I hope you will get a breakfast. Today it's late in general, but I think also for my hours, less light late, slide late also for my hours. In fact, I see late early meaning for my hours, but the whole important that I was fare from the record. I actually last time I noticed it was Saturday, in fact, on the breakfast at the Fintan, believe it. I started with at the Fintan, the part remember that if it was 3 years, magari things we a few days ago passed the 1 year anniversary since it, fact December 9, 2023, so I think that or this record December 9, 2023, so sarà diciamo vabbè, today I repeat closest regarding the record slightly late as regarding my hours repeat they're just only 13 in a few minutes. But really important thing to remember is that we also today fortunately with the sun. I'm really hungry. And as we always say, breakfast is one of the most real things left in the world. Absolutely. Also need to get in this video generation. And for Alzio, tu come ora vai suppose, fa non ti dai. Fa che non ti trovo tutto quello che le ma ora quel sì. Basically the music is a music related or connecting to my paternal grandmother. In fact, it was another occasion I shared it, and in pratica, yesterday she turned 91 years, but she died on December 18 of 2021, and so in fact 2 years and a half pratica insomma I playing interpreting this ways this song it is an Italian song in English Penguin in Love by the Trio Lescano. In fact I playing it for her. There is a full video on the Cuban channel in general the deepen meter for other things and there is serious comments section.